वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
सहनावतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः। Good evening. So today I want to speak something on patriotism. Please see page number 96. India, our motherland. The longest night seems to be passing away. The sorest trouble seems to be coming to an end at last. The seeming corpse appears to be awaking. She is awakening this motherland of ours from her deep, long sleep. None can resist her anymore. Never is she going to sleep anymore. No outward powers can hold her back anymore, for the infinite giant is rising to her feet. The longest night seems to be passing away. What was that longest night? You know, India was under foreign subjugation for nearly 800 years. 800 సంవత్సరాలు ఒక బానిసగా జీవించాం. Others ruled us. So, because of that prolonged subjugation, we lost our self-confidence. We lost our self-esteem. The country had gone into tamas, slumber. And then actually, once that happens, the Swami says, if you lose faith in yourself, you are as good as dead. వ్యక్తి కానీ దేశం కానీ తన మీద ఆత్మవిశ్వాసాన్ని కోల్పోతే నీకు మరణం సంభవించినట్లే. you're almost close to death once you lose faith in yourself. A nation means a group of individuals, citizens of the country, they make nation. If the citizens lose confidence in themselves, it means that the nation has lost faith in itself, confidence in itself, that the nation is on the verge of death. That's what happened with India. When Vivekananda came, he saw, he traveled across the length and breadth of this nation. What did he see? Everywhere superstition, ignorance, poverty, people who are hating each other, people who are jealous of each other. Okay, no enthusiasm, no activity, no life at all. They lost faith in themselves because of prolonged subjugation, continued oppression. Okay, Britishers ruled us nearly for 200 years. So Swamiji said, why did this happen? How India was before? What was the ancient India? How glorious it was? Because he was a sage, he could see the past, the present. I also now predicted. Swamiji made some prediction with regard to future. And he said that 21st century belongs to India. When somebody asked him, Swamiji, you are preaching Vedanta, it's all fine. But your country is still under foreign rule. Why don't you try to participate in freedom movement and liberate the country from the clutches of the British? And Swamiji said, I can do it. I can bring freedom in 3 days. But where are the people to preserve it, he said. We have not become a nation as yet. That was his argument. So where is that national consciousness that I belong to a great nation, I belong to a great civilization, I have glorious traditions and customs, my spiritual heritage is the greatest in the world. Where is that sense of pride? Where is that confidence? Nothing. And then they said, it's not that immediate need. In the first place, how Britishers could come and occupy and enslave us. ఏ విధంగా వాళ్ళు రాగలిగారు, వాళ్ళు ఏ విధంగా మనల్ని బానిసలుగా చేసుకోగలిగారు. 77,000 బ్రిటిషర్స్ రూల్డ్ 33 crore ఇండియన్స్. 77,000 మంది 33 కోట్లను ఎలా పరిపాలించగలుగుతున్నారు అంటే ఈ 33 కోట్లలో ఐక్యత లేదు. దేశం పట్ల ఒక అభిమానం, ఒక ప్రేమ, ఒక దేశభక్తి లేదు. మనందరం కనుక కలిసి ఉండి ఆ సెన్స్తో ఉంటే హౌ 77,000 పీపుల్ క్యాన్ రూల్ 33 crore పీపుల్? ఇంపాసిబుల్. And he said he wanted to make a nation first. How did he do that? Swamiji says, what is the common link? Is the spirituality. And then he went on telling people again and again, for all the descendants of sages, మీ పూర్వీకులు ఎవరు? మీ పూర్వీకులందరూ ఋషులు, మునులు. ఒక బ్రిటిష్ ఆయన అడగండి, ఒక ఫ్రాన్స్ ఆయన అడగండి, ఒక జర్మనీ ఆయన అడగండి, మీ పూర్వీకులు ఎవరంటే దే ట్రేస్ దేర్ డిసెంట్ టు సమ్ రాబర్. Britishers are the descendants of Vikings. Germans are the descendants of Goths. French people are the descendants of Gauls. Who are all these Goths, Vikings and Gauls? You read Roman history, there will be, mentioned that barbarian attacks. రోమన్ ఎవరు నాశనం చేశారంటే ఈ బార్బేరియన్స్ నాశనం చేశారు. ఈ బార్బేరియన్స్ ఎవరంటే వీళ్ళు గోత్స్, వైకింగ్స్ అండ్ జర్మన్స్. దే ఆల్ అటాక్డ్. రోమ్ హ్యాడ్ ఇట్స్ ఒపూలెన్స్. ఎట్ వన్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ ఇట్ వాజ్ దిస్ పీక్. మీరు ఈ ఫ్రేజ్ వినే ఉంటారు. when Rome was burning, Nero was playing fiddle. విన్నారు ఎప్పుడన్నా? రోమ్ తగలబడుతుంటే ఈయన ఫిడల్ వాయించుకుంటూ కూర్చున్నాడు. Because they went into luxury, because of that, so much of luxury they brought into the country, and they went on enjoying those luxuries. In the process, that military became very weak, and because these Goths, Gauls and Vikings started attacking from the north, the Romans, and the Rome was so, huge, and they said a massive construction. The city was so glorious at one point of time. They went on looting and plundering and burning, but it burned for so many months. ఒక రోజు 2 రోజులు కాదు, కొన్ని months తగలబడిపోతూనే ఉందంట రోమ్. అయినా కూడా స్టిల్ టుడే వెన్ వాట్ యూ సీ ద లెఫ్ట్ ఓవర్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ ఆర్ సో గ్రాండ్. ఇప్పుడు అంటే కొన్ని లక్షల మంది స్లేవ్స్ని పెట్టి అవన్నీ కట్టించారు. చాలా ఉంటాయి అక్కడ, యాంఫీ థియేటరు, రకరకాల వండర్ఫుల్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్. అఫ్ కోర్స్ they enslaved these north people, and then actually they made them slaves, and through them actually they created a beautiful city called Rome. But it was ravaged, it was plundered, it was looted, because they hated, all these people hated the Romans because the Romans had conquered them before. And that's why I'm saying that, see, it was destroyed. For months together it burned, the city got burned, but still actually today even this, what you call, the amphitheater, now what you see is how grand, how great they were. Structures. ఎంత ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఉంటే ఆ రోజుల్లో, almost 2,500 years back, they could construct such, palaces like things, such extraordinary structures. So what Swamiji wanted to tell is that first you become a nation. First patriotism is required. The last 70 years in this country, the biggest problem, the biggest defect that the country, what we had to face is this. We could not instill this genuine sense of patriotism in country's people through education. You get educated in Germany, you get educated yourself in Japan, or you get educated in America. అక్కడ కనుక మీరు చదివితే ఏమవుతుందంటే you will fall in love with that country. Swamiji always talks about Japanese for patriotism. They are number one. They are ready to give up their lives for the sake of the nation. అంత దేశభక్తి ఉంటుంది వాళ్ళలో. Same more or less Koreans and Chinese. Japanese of course number one. But we are the least on patriotism quotient. What is the proof, Swamiji? Corruption is the proof. ఈ ఆధ్యాత్మిక విలువలు ఇవ్వకపోయేసరికి, దేశభక్తిని ఇంకల్కేట్ చేయకపోయేసరికి విద్య ద్వారా మన దేశంలో ఎంత అవినీతి ఉందంటే, వాట్ ఈస్ కరప్షన్ బేసికలీ? సిటిజన్ ఎక్స్‌ప్లాయిటింగ్ సిటిజన్. దేశపు ఒక పౌరుడు ఇంకో పౌరుడిని దోసుకుంటున్నాడు. అయినా మనం ఇప్పుడు దాంతో అడ్జస్ట్ అయిపోయి బతికిస్తున్నాం. మనం దీన్ని ఎట్లా తొలగించలేమని. ఇప్పుడు టుడే పొలిటీషియన్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో నాట్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. సో బట్ దట్ ఈస్ దిస్ అన్ఫార్చునేట్ స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ అఫైర్స్ వీఆర్ ఇన్. వై దిస్ హెస్ హ్యాపెండ్? Because of not imparting spiritual values to people through educational system. So it's very important that actually you inculcate that sense of patriotism in people. And Vivekananda was a great patriot. You know, people like Mahatma Gandhi said after reading Vivekananda, my love for country increased 1,000-fold. వివేకానంద స్వామి చదివిన తర్వాత నా దేశభక్తి 1000 రెట్లు పెరిగిందట మహాత్మా గాంధీ. అంటే వివేకానంద స్వామి ఎంత దేశభక్తి ఉంటే మహాత్మా గాంధీలో ఆయన దేశభక్తిని రగులుకొల్పగలిగాడు. So that's what the need of the hour. We have to become a little more patriotic. We have to learn this from other countries. Thank you. Nice evening.